Hi, Tamal. Welcome to the Business Standard Banking Show. So, first of all, as you said in your column this week, you've talked about internationalization of rupee. And as you said, it is the hottest conversation topic on every bank's treasury floor. I want to ask you a broad question on what do you think is the future of internationalization of rupee?
Internationalization in that sense, it's far, far away. But does that mean nothing is happening? No, lots of things are happening. Just first, one small technical part. What is a currency which replaced the earlier barter system? Now, currency, it's a sort of unit of account, that has an exchange value. It is a medium of exchange, and finally, it has a store value, which means it's an asset. Now, why dollar is the most sought after currency? Because of it's an asset, and despite everything, just people US economy, debt to GDP ratio, etc. But still, dollar is the king. So what India is doing is getting into bilateral arrangement with many countries for our export and import. You do in our local currency. Invoicing and exchange, everything will be local currency. But the moment we find that more and more countries are doing business export import with India in our local currency, foreign exchange risk we are not bearing, and the importance of having huge pile of foreign exchange reserve also will not be that much important. Okay. So to the very short answer to your question is this: internationalization is long way. I don't know it in decades away, but we are taking the right steps, which have lots and lots of advantages. We are on the right track.
We are on the right track. Now, since we are talking about rupee, I think I want to talk to you about crypto first before we move on to our next question. So this week we had the G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration, which had as part of it the synthesis paper by IMF and FSB, which has laid down the risks that crypto poses for macroeconomic and global financial stability. But interestingly, it has said that ban is not an easy option. So what do you think is going to be the future of crypto? Because a ban seems to be sort of off the table and we are looking at regulation. Just want to get your view on this whole crypto situation that India now finds itself in, and not just India, the world.
Reserve Bank of India governor had made it extremely clear that no, I mean, it's not done. Crypto was not done. So the crypto craze, which was during the COVID time we had, but the last 1 year, it's waned too much. And in fact, last Business Standard BFSI conference in December, Reserve Bank of India governor, even before that also, I remember there were two subsequent BFSI Business Standard conferences where governor, in the first time in 2021, he said no, nothing on crypto, and he repeated that in 2022. So it was very negative as far as the crypto companies were concerned, currency users were concerned, and all. But now I think we need to see it in a new light, and it looks like that as the IMF paper, if you see that, there has to be a collective effort. There will be collective consensus approach by the entire, all the nations part of G20. What needs to be done? What are the caveats? Because what IMF says that banning is a tough task. So instead of going for banning, we have to figure out what are the rules and regulations put in place that take away all the I would say dangers associated with it. Because at the end of the day, crypto is not an asset. It's neither a currency, not an asset. It's I'm afraid to say that it's nothing but a gambling. So how do you manage it? I think it becomes now. We need to wait and watch. I don't have any solution, but entire thing has got a new dimension, and I think the crypto guys must be cheering up now this move.
But as you rightly said, regulating crypto is not going to be an easy task.
Absolutely.
Coming to the last question for this episode, Tamal, what do you think of this whole incremental cash reserve ratio and its impact on liquidity of banks?
As we speak, the systemic liquidity, I'm not talking about the government cash balance with RBI, it's about 90,000 crore. But as we approach the festive season, as you know, the currency with public goes up. You and me, we start withdrawing money for shopping and other things and all. And now also, of course, the elections also, we round the corner. And historically, during the election time, again, currency with public goes up. And finally, with rupee weakening against dollar, Reserve Bank of India also has been selling dollar. And for every dollar it sells, it sucks out rupee. So we need to wait and watch how the liquidity goes up. As we speak, as you said, 90,000 is the systemic liquidity. That's including the 25% that has come up from this 10% ICRR, incremental CRR. Another, say, 60,000 odd, or rather 75, 80,000 odd money would come. But at the same time, during festive season, currency with public will go up, which will soak the systemic liquidity. And during election time also, as I said, the currency with public goes up. So it is a little bit of, and then the dollar appreciation is also there. Even though the dollar index, if you see the dollar index, the way rupee has been behaving, when dollar index was 114.8, rupee went down. But as we speak, dollar index is close to 105. But rupee still, has not done that well, has not strengthened to that extent. So we might see RBI continuously selling dollar to protect. To selling dollar to protect the rupee. So all these things will complicate. It will not be very easy. We cannot predict the liquidity scenario. And what Reserve Bank of India has done this in phases, I think that's the right thing to do. But we need to keep a very close watch as we approach the festive season and the elections.
So RBI is on the right track, not just on internationalization of rupee, as you said, but also the ICRR. Of course, this is a situation we have to wait and watch, as we have to do for crypto as well, which is not going to be an easy one. Thank you so much, Tamal, for joining us today and sharing your insights. See you next week.
Thank you.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.